G'day mates and welcome back to Anno 1800. So as you can see in the foreground here, I have finished that little park. I've done it up quite nicely. Not too densely packed, I don't think, but a nice sort of a gentle stroll for people to go around, visit the gazebos, look at the statues of historical figures, and generally have their lunch out the nice big beautiful park. Not too bad if I say so myself. Ideally I'd like to throw in a nice big centerpiece at some point in the future, but my understanding is that this demo is limited to the first three levels of people. Let's see if we can find an artisan's house somewhere. I'm sure I've upgraded someone's island. Maybe I haven't done that yet. Let's look at this other island then. So these artisans' houses, they can... upgrade is not possible. It may be possible if I start to fill out all these other things, but again, my understanding is that that has been limited for the purposes of this beta test, this closed beta. So I'm unlikely to get any additional levels of beautiful things I can build. So for the time being, it's going to have to just be what it is. But someday in the future, I'd love to recreate this and put a nice big beautiful thing in the center there. Anyway, let's move on to what I'm hoping to achieve this particular episode, and it's going to be, first of all, it's going to be artisans on this main island. Now the real question is, where do I want to actually put them? The slum suburbs down here are still doing quite nicely, although... Yeah, okay, I don't care. And Harlow? I think what I want to do is level these guys up here, and then... start leveling these guys up here and then start moving up this road here. Probably leave the outskirts as a little bit lower class and try to get the artisans where possible up around this area up here perhaps, or maybe around the church and the various schools and whatnot. I'm not sure. Maybe this entrance area is always going to be quite sort of old territory as well. Either way, my plan really is going to be to develop the new world. That's what I was hoping to do this particular episode. Yeah, okay. I'm really particularly interested in doing these on camera. They may be of... pirate treasures. It's just going to be either money, which I really don't need, and I'm making a shit ton for the time being, or some sort of other thing, like an item that I can use. The problem with things in Anno, they've always been away from the core experience of the game. They're just irrelevant most of the time. Every Anno game has some sort of thing. 2205 had that disastrous naval combat sort of battle RTS style thing, and that was just appalling. And I don't particularly, enjoy role playing through these. Maybe in a big build I will consider it, but for the time being I'm limited in time. So that's not something I'm going to do. Question now is, what can I... it's a bit frozen again. So it loads in this map. Settle down and develop. Hopefully my guy has explored a bit more. He has, but I must have stopped queuing up orders after this. There we go. There you go. I think that should be enough to keep us going. This island here, nice and central, but terrible shape and bad size. Does have sugarcane, and I think that's standard all the others. This one here is looking like our best option. It has corn, does not have sugarcane. Sugarcane will be useful. I'm going to need sugarcane for the, what do you call that? For rum. Rum's going to be an important one. So I'm going to see if I can keep finding something else. This lady over here though, we encountered her briefly during one of my time-lapse things. I think she's got a nice little, on this little atoll here, between the two mountainous areas, built up a nice thing. She will sell sugarcane, cocoa, and sugar. So I may well be able to actually, I may well be actually capable of just building something up here and buying the sugar in from her to produce rum. That might be how I go through it early on. Otherwise I could always throw down a separate little... this is not a bad one. Not appalling. It's not the most setup thing, but I don't really know how big an area I need to actually build here. What? Move the camera over on your islands. I still can't build. I think I need to actually get something to settle here. So let's head back and see if we can find a good ship to actually help me. Let's see if I can build a larger, tiny, because we saw when I was trying to colonize this other island, it was quite a difficult sort of a setup. So let's see what I can build from this thing here. Ship of the line, clipper, or a frigate. That's a military ship though, so it's 3 cargo holds, which is good. A fair bit of navigation. These do not actually tell us. Let's level up and grab an artisan. I'll just throw a single artisan there. That'll do. So now that we've unlocked... Please stop talking in the background, guys. Oh no, okay, I need a number of artisans. So I've got 100 artisans. I need a lot more. I need 750. So let's start leveling this guy up then for the time being. Fine craftsmanship, yes, yes, yes. I'm going to want to get a lot of artisans down here. But of course I need timber. Timber and bricks. What we can probably do is actually go to buy off one of our people up here. You sell chocolate and rum. Is that the same chip? That's somebody different. Where can we buy? What's a frigate? They are nice looking ships. 4 knots up to 18.7 knots. Fair bit of damage. Yes. On the other hand, will you sell me wood, planks and bricks? Yes, you will. I'm going to send somebody down here to actually buy something. Send my ships down. Meanwhile, let's just max speed out, and then I can start loading up a whole bunch of artisans. Alrighty, looks like I've been upgrading these artisans and we have unlocked the zoo. Now, I don't quite understand exactly how this works. The finest selection of animals will make your city far more attractive. Now, I do require windows. Thank you, thank you. I do require windows. It may actually be worth my time to bulldoze this little garden I've got here and turn it into an actual zoo. How does this work? Rotate it around. Yep, so that's the entrance. So I can place that there. That's actually perfect. Perfect little entrance. I'm supposed to throw the other one over there. Have a double entrance coming through. And I can build a zoo back behind here. I don't know exactly how it works, but I imagine you you place it down at your own free will to design things how you like. I will require windows for that though. So that could well be a priority. Where do I get sand from? From the coastline. Just mines it straight off the sand. You know what, that's what I think I'm going to do. Rather than settle the new world this episode, we're actually going to be moving on and grabbing... There's my fleet there, gradually selling back very, very slow boats in this here. I'm sure they will speed up over time if we ever get steamboats. But I think what we're going to do is actually throw down a sand mine. Where's iron? Iron deposit over here. More coal, copper. So I was having a quick look at windows before. Now they require... Oh no, they don't require iron. That must be these here require iron. So windows themselves just require sand to be processed into a glass maker. And then of course, combined with wood, they make a window maker. Let's have a quick look here. I make sand every 30 seconds. I make glass every 30 seconds. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. And window makers, I can have 2 of them. And of course that is every 15 seconds. So one of those will support 4 of these. So I can actually have 2 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those, and 1 of those. That is... that should be a decent production, I think. 4 is more than sufficient. I'm going to require quite a large number of artisan workers there. That's 100 per building. That's 100 per building, and that's 25 per building. So I think to start with, I'll do 2, 2, 1, and just have an overproduction of lumber. I think is the way to do it. It actually requires workers rather than artisans. And then we're moving on to artisans up here. So let's get this thrown down to start with. We'll throw you right there. What do I need to build you? I must be in blueprint mode. Let's connect this baby up, and then we will... Actually, how about I just... a small warehouse there, and connect things up this way. Huh. Okay, there's the sand being pulled up, dredged up, or something like that. So we've got sand being made. We need 1 of those. We're going to require 1 of these to send glass works. Throw you there. We'll need the timber production, so I'll throw you back there. Will do. Just bring a road up. Go straight down that way. I'm probably going to need a rock road, we call it. Let's throw you to that slot there. Upgrade you to a stone road, brick road. And now of course we're going to require the actual window maker itself. Now I should be able to put 2 of these down. Now I require lots and lots of bricks to get this. Where can I fit you in? Probably just there. 1 and 2. Now, have we got the bricks arrived yet? Not yet. We're nearly there. These boats are ticking over very, very slowly. You can see when they're fully laden, the speed they go compared to these schooners up there. But to be fair, this is a military ship, not a schooner. So, I'm not sure. Either way, we are at max speed. We're nearly there. They'll be arriving shortly. I think I actually need to throw down additional Imperial ports. Can I do that? What are you... You're dropping off soap. What I'm going to be doing now is actually... Let's have a quick look here. Rum shortage. Don't...
Among many other complimentary monikers.
Let's up our tax and our happiness for the time being. I don't need to worry about need consumption, and a reprieve from the violence is fine. So we'll publish that up and see how we go. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to edit this trade route here.
Influence bonus.
Excellent, that's good. I'm going to edit you and just tell you to discard the cargo. If I can't unload it, I'll just discard it in future. So we will be wasting a little bit of soap by the looks of things. There's cargo that's just been dumped off. Really, I hope that disappears in time, or I'm going to have a very, very clogged up area. Now, we should be able to trade here, and here we go, transfer. Man, this is, how do I trade? Flagship, there we go. Let's get these bricks over. Any timber we can? Nothing yet. And I'll need to upgrade these people just a little bit. So, step 1, we're going to start moving up this set of people along here. Great. Let's get a little bit more Trade. Move all the timber across. Things are starting to look good now. I'll get these window production things up and running. Got 1 and 2. There we go. So we now have window production underway. It's going to be slow, and ideally I can get 2 more of these and 1 more each of these to really pile things. In fact, I'm probably going to start that now. I'll clone them up, and I'll just need to keep building up the number of artisans I have in workforce. Requires free coastline. Huh, okay. Well, that's free coastline there. You're connected. I'm going to need another one of these babies. Throw you right there. And I should be able to get 2 more in. Let's connect you across. So I'm not going to have enough people. I actually need to upgrade a couple more artisans. So let's get this artisanal quarters, or artisan quarters, whatever you want to call it. Looks like I can't upgrade anymore, so I'm going to need to really get these people properly leveled up before I can support more artisans. And of course timber is one of the big ones, so lucky I brought a little bit more of that. We're starting to run low.
She's small, but she's keen.
Gunboat. Beautiful, that's close enough. Okay. Some of those. Now, can I get more artisans? What does an artisan actually require to level up? They require... Oh, we've got no sausages. Okay, and probably because those guys were waiting so long for the soap to be used up and burnt away. So the sausages have actually dropped the happiness of our workers down. That might have been part of why our worker workforce dropped as well. Now, the alternative is... It's actually a sausage problem. It's a major, major problem. I might need to consider throwing down a second route. I'm going to make it a charter route as well to move more sausages just in case. Pick up from here to there and just move as many sausages as you can. What I'm going to do as well is probably double up our sausage production while I'm at it over here. So, these are our pig farms down here. What's our sausage production like? It's pretty good, but it is dropping because we've just taken it on board. Soap is also dropping, that's fine. Beer is low as well, but because we're chartering it, I think that is the problem. It's hard to be 100% sure. So I'm going to throw down another little area for these farms. I really need to sit down and find out an ideal... I need to spend a bit of time getting an ideal shape for pig farms to get as many in as I can. I suspect... I don't know actually. Either way, I'll get, I think... See if that works. For now, we've got a couple in here.
Crushing youth in the jaws of their machines, trading on us like goods.
Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, that actually works out quite well, and I suspect I can do another couple in the center here. But yeah, if I keep playing around with it, I will eventually get something nice and sorted. For the time being, 2 more of those and 2 more sausage factories. Pig farm. Oh shit. Oh shit. Where is the nearest fire thing? Yeah, it's a long way away. So that's fire is just going to ravage through here and destroy all our pig farms. So in that case, we're going to need to work on getting as much pig production as we can. Throw a small warehouse down there and a couple additional pig farms. Oh, okay, I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to need to just completely bulldoze and destroy this entranceway here. It's a bit sad because I really did enjoy the work I'd done, but I think the zoo is going to be a more fitting thing to have placed in this area. So, it's sad to do, but that is the way of the world. I'm going to throw this zoo down. Is it going to fit? Yes, perfectly, right there. Okay, so I've got the zoo down there. What happens here? Okay, let's just create a little bit more space and see what we find. Okay, I got a little bit of space. We can... How does this work exactly? It doesn't have to touch? Yeah, it does have to touch. There's a module limit, okay, of 100. Ooh, what do we got here? Another... A voyage based on the rumored whereabouts of a rare animal. Okay, now this is going to be quite interesting. Let's see what I can do here. I want to assign a ship. Now, Sweet Harmony is still the right one for the job, probably because of that thing it's got with it. But what gives me hunting? Flashing wildlife. Cannons? What do I get? Yeah, some guns. Let's see if I get a couple of guns. Well, they haven't given me any force or anything like that. Let's try... No, I think it's just the value of the items. What are our rations? Let's go get some food. So that's rations, okay. I don't really know exactly. I'll just take guns. It adds naval power, craft. I see what. Aha, it does actually give me something. Crafting, hunting, consumer goods. They're rations. Gives me medicine as well. Medicine, more rations. Diplomacy, medicine, faith, crafting. I see. I see.
I see a young me in you.
I do not see you and me at all. Don't. There's so much sexual innuendo. This game is just obscene. Naval power is really good already. Crafting. What gives me hunting? There we go, hunting. So clay gives me hunting ability. I'm going to need something with hunting. Clay or coal by the looks of things so far. Medicine, crafting, hunting. Flour gives me a tiny bit of hunting. Glass is good for hunting, but too expensive. I'm going to take the clay. That'll give me a big boost to hunting ability. Force, I've got nothing at the moment. I have no rations either. But I can't take anything else. So I've got crafting and I've got hunting. So I will start the expedition and we'll see how we go. It would have been great to have had maybe a bigger boat. Actually, let's go back and pick... No! How do I do this? Intuitive menu. Really need to work on this. Sadly, I don't think they will, although... Pirate hunts. There we go. Zoological expedition.
Let's extend the old
No! How do I change this? Exchange ship. There we go. So I don't want to... Let's get rid of that. Let's exchange the ship for the Invincible 2. Now the Invincible 2 can take additional things. It can take hunting. It can take something with naval power. So let's take rations and medicine. That's extra rations and medicine as well. Take a little of schnapps. Although I do need to actually increase my schnapps production in Bristol for sure. And of course I'm going to need something with naval power. So that's probably cannons. Let's go cannons here. Naval power plus 15. Is that enough? That says naval power. Man, I got a huge naval power. Why are you not giving me a tick? Doesn't matter. That'll do, I think, for the naval power requirements. I'm more than confident that that is going to be enough stuff. Let's start the expedition.
I've given up my pipe. Don't on a dead man's chest.
Yes. Okay, so you're going to go off expedition. In the meantime, I need to quickly get some schnapps production up really quickly. Quick smart. I think I can get a bit at the back here. Let's get ourselves another potato field. Let's throw you down. And fill this out really quickly because we're about to run out of schnapps in this area. That could be a major problem. That's enough. Get another one down quickly. That's 2 fields. Should be enough to really kick us off for the time being. And it will allow me to use all of these corners as well.
Game saved.
As much as possible. I think I can throw down a 3rd one as well. Just to really use this land as much as possible, as efficiently as possible. Have I used all that? No, I haven't. Yeah, that's 72. Now you can just fill out the rest of this as much as you want. Okay, now the question is, can I fit in schnapps production? That's you. I can get in 1, 2, and can I get a 3rd one somewhere? Not quite. 3rd one can be somewhere up here. There, actually, I'll throw you in right there. And then all I'll do is just further upgrade this little road. There we go. Get that done. But this warehouse here is going to be struggling quite a bit. It would be great to get this to a higher level so that it can service all of these, because I don't think we're going to... Oh yeah, schnapps distilleries, they will be good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should be enough to keep our production up. If not, we'll have some major problems with workforce in the near future. On the other hand, I do have enough to get the window production up to the next level, which really was what I was working for. The alternative, of course, is to focus on something like canned food or other things like that, because what I need for canned food? Red peppers, which I cannot grow on this. I cannot get red peppers. Okay, I do not have a red pepper sauce, so that could be a real problem. I wonder if I can just import canned food. I know it's going to be expensive, but if I set an import order over...
May we see these
Maybe just canned food directly. If I import up to maximum, purchase goods up to the limit set. There you go, just purchase as much as you can, and I wonder if I should be purchasing beer as well. Let's purchase beer up to 40 at least. 41 will do. And then of course if I can get the supplies to come in. Yeah, they're dropping off to my schooner, taking as much beer as I can. But I'm obviously not producing enough of a surplus. I'm going to have to go back and check that out at a later date. So much stuff to go on as we're expanding, but lots and lots of opportunity for work to be done. Now, I need to get one of these thrown down. Just delete a little bit of space there. Have this immediately behind it. So it looks like I can't have another entrance over there. So I'll just throw that there. And I suppose something will happen once this expedition is finished. If we hear about anything in the expedition, they're still traveling out there, so they'll arrive at some point in the near future. How are we going over here with regards to production? So we've got... beer productions are very low. It's increasing slowly, but nowhere near enough, because mostly I'm just supplying this area here. And of course I need to keep upgrading those, and we're going to drink more and more beer. So we do have enough supplies at the moment, but we're going to need a shit ton more. So let's focus on additional beer production. I can just keep turning this entire area into wheat farms. That might be the way to do it. How's our schnapps production as well? Decreasing, fish is decreasing, clothing is decreasing, sausage is decreasing as well, but I think I threw a couple of extra ones down. Maybe not. I did, but it's not going to be enough. I think I'll leave that for a little bit longer. It could be just decreasing because of the fact that something's just bought it recently. So I'll leave sausage for a bit longer. In fact, what I'll do is also just buy it in here. Purchase in up to maximum. Just keep buying if there's any available.
Check a copy?
Yeah, I'll check the copies.
One holds a mirror.
Sewing machines, I don't care. Just publish. I really don't care about these. They're such minor bonuses in the grand scheme of things.
What you're told.
Beer I will buy as well on this island.
Uncompromising journalism.
I have no idea.
I too hope to spread good and truthful news.
I have no idea where this stuff all came from. I have chocolate, I have rum, I have champagne, and I have cigars. Why have I got... Well, that's interesting. Oh, so I can actually get visitors. I don't know what visitors do. Let's throw down a public mooring. I'm imagining it is... Public mooring. Okay, let's throw...
Ceasefire has ended.
Let's throw this in right here. Here we go. We have ourselves a public mooring. I'm going to throw down...
Don't waste your effort. We're dead already.
Ooh, that's expensive. What do you want? Oh yeah, you can I'll pay that. I don't care. These use a shit ton of bricks. Like a lot of bricks. Because they're paving the area under them. That's why. Huh. They're not really quite worth it at this point. I think I'll just make it nice and grassy. Let's just go a...
Fire broke out.
Man. That's a nightmare. It's going to be...
Broke out.
Okay, so they both explode at the same time. That's somewhat annoying. Disasters never really been a fun thing in Anno. Yeah, they're sort of a little bit of excitement every now and then, but in the grand scheme of things, they're more annoying than anything else. It doesn't matter. They've happened. There's not much I can do. Let's throw down that there, and I'll throw a garden on either side with a little bit of grass behind it. There we go. Let's have a quick look at this. What does this actually do?
Wait to look around and explore. With so much out there to see, one has little time for homesickness. Though I do keep pictures in the
Okay, so people come to my city, and I'm assuming I make money off the tourism or something along those lines. Rebuild all these. There we go. Huh. Okay, so I have a little bit of basic canned goods. Looks like almost nothing. That's a tiny, tiny amount of... they're selling me beer mostly to start with rather than trade goods, other than canned goods, I mean. But that should be enough to bump up my canned food need. Give me more artisans and additional credits. They require a variety theatre and rum. Pollution's not a major problem just yet. Oh, looks like my character is Swigo Flamingo. He is an artisan. Either way, what I was in the process of doing was creating my own canned food. I can't do that. Yes, I remember now. So, in that case, I should probably start moving on to some of the higher level things. Sewing machines could be interesting. I could throw down Town Hall and a variety theatre to quite easily provide services for things. But sewing machines do... Coal furnace... So all I need now is steel, which I've got steel production over here, and wood, which I've also got stuff, and I can start making a sewing machine quite quickly and quite easily. Just additional steel production required. But let's go have a look at this expedition and see how we're going. So the dockyard dupe robbed. Thanking the generous innkeeper, your ship is ready to leave. Everyone at the dock smiles and waves you off, and no wonder. Valuable equipment is later discovered to be missing. You must decide now if it's worth going back for. Yeah, look, that's a big no-no, I think. Return disguised and bait them, or ask the local authorities to take action. Neither of those are going to do it. They've stolen from me, so I'm going to return and plunder and take everything I can. Swift justice. Petty defences crumble in the dawn light. Your ship yawns unopposed into the smouldering harbour. and turns its guns upon the Harbour Master's office. "Please, take anything," he yelps. Okay, more than happy to. Provide extra rations and continue. I will lose less of that stuff and continue. That's... yeah, okay. Drink up, boys. We're moving on. Yeah, they won't be doing that again in a hurry. They will regret that. What are we doing here? I was looking at sewing machines, which will provide... what will they provide? They provide need. Looks like canned food is up. Fur coats I'm going to require more of, and of course university will pop up at... that's a hospital, not a university. Where is university? I may not be able to provide university.
No more or less popular.
Yeah, okay, so it has actually provided a small amount of money. Visitors, 319. So I can make a small amount of money by having a beautiful island and having people visiting. It's not a massive amount, but I imagine as my town gets quite large, prosperous, and again, get this zoo running and really make it quite beautiful, that I could theoretically make a large amount of money and move large portions of industry off it. In the meantime though, I can actually start building these big ones. Now, Ship of the Line is a large military ship. That would be great to go conquer some people shortly. I'm going to build a Clipper, a 3-masted ship with 4 cargo slots. Now, this will allow me to... let's get one of those. I'm going to need more timber. They take 6 minutes to build, but I'm going to build 1 or 2 of these and use that to actually colonize the New World. I think that's going to be the my ship of choice, to actually go out and colonize the New World. Are there any other shipyards I can build? Not really. A pier. Ah, yeah, that's going to be really useful. So additional ships can unload here. They'll require more windows for that, and free harbour area. There we go. So there we go. These are going to be nicely built up, and then that'll allow us to actually unload more of our ships at the same time, because that is a major problem that we're struggling with right now, is actually not being able to unload all our ships. Now I need a lot of windows. Why am I still in blueprint mode? Expensive, but that allows us to start unloading. I may even relocate this shipyard somewhere else, away from this area, at a later date, but for the time being we'll just keep it there as we keep our people employed. You know what, I think I'm going to finish the ship off camera, maybe go around and sort of balance out a few things, have a look at, take stock of what my island is looking like. I need to know where my shortages are, for example, and fix a few issues, maybe get some additional brick production and whatnot going. And then I will come back next episode. So I've been Bill XZ. This has been Anno 1800. Things are ticking along nicely, and we are gradually getting there. I'm not sure if we can level up to the level 4 just yet. It looks like it has been completely... yeah, no upgrade target means we are at the highest level with artisans, so we're not going any further there. But I think next episode we'll be ready. I'll have a stocked up ship, or maybe 2 ships, ready to go over and colonize the New World. So take care, guys. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you do indeed enjoy the content. Thumbs down buttons, they're waiting for you if you want to be like that. By all means, go for it. Engagement is engagement, and if you let me know what you don't like with a comment, maybe we can make that better next time. Anyway, guys, take care, and I will see you around.